Today on Go Nitro, it's time to put on some layers and head out for a night skiing lesson with instructor Megan Lee Garrett. Because a lot has changed when it comes to this historic sport. It's one thing to watch the pros, it's another thing to train with them. But there's just one catch. They've had half their lives, we have half an hour. Because every athlete has a first day. Here's the place. Here's the legend. Here I am. And my new teacher. I was a goalie for 15 years. But we've never done this before. Experience? Zilch. No clue how to start? Less clue how to play. And neither do you when you start out. Because every athlete has a first day. And you've just been drafted. If you've never learned how to ski before, or it's been a few decades, it may surprise you just how much has changed when it comes to downhill skiing equipment. This is because while over the centuries many upgrades were made to how well skis were built and what they were made of, the shape remained relatively similar. That is, until the 1990s. A company named Atomic had just released a new product in the late 80s, a wide ski designed to better deal with thick powder. This opened the doors for engineers who wanted to make skis better overall. Not long after that, engineer Frank Mito began designing skis that had an hourglass shape. The invention made learning easier and the parabolic ski was born. My last day on the slopes was in 1997 and I never did get to try out those parabolics, so once again, it's back to square one. Let's see how we do.
Jonathan Flarchuk, we're at Mission Ridge and we're getting rentals.
Awesome. So, where do you start when you're getting rentals for skiing equipment?
For skiing, you sit on one of these benches, and we'll size you up for your boots, and you come right over here for your skis.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. All right, well, let's get started. I'm a size 11 women's or a size 10 and a half men's.
Okay.
Awesome.
Stick a seat on there.
Okay.
And then you can try these on.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. So where should my toe be in these?
Your toe should be just about at the edge and not quite touching.
Okay. So my toe feels like it's about here.
Okay.
So my toe feels like it's about here.
Okay. We should try a smaller size then.
Yeah, maybe let's try one size down.
Yes, I will get that for you.
Awesome, thank you. Alrighty. These are heavy duty.
Yeah, very very durable.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's actually way too small. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the other ones.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Sorry, Cor. I'll put on the left. While it's tempting to focus on all the fancy colors and styles of skis when you walk into a store, it's important to remember that the most vital part of the kit is actually the footwear, starting with the right pair of socks. Ski boots are a work of art, and choosing the right pair can be a process.
I think we're going to introduce something that people don't expect right away when they're buying a pair of first-time boots, and start with a pair of socks. We want them to be fitted, we want them to be cushioned, we want them to have a bit of protection in the front of the shin. Most importantly, we want them taller than the height of the boot. So we want your sock to end up higher so the protection of the front of the shin is right here. We want you to remove the long underwear from down inside that we're all thinking we should wear inside. There's no purpose for that. Have the front of the shin nice and clean, and we start with a nice, comfortable, no pressure point, no creases in the front of the foot.
Perfect.
The next thing we're going to do is, if I was able to fit you and we had time to do it, I would have you take your shoes and your off. I would have you actually walk, and I would want to see whether you're neutral, whether you pronate, or whether you underpronate. Because when you're standing on a pair of skis, we want you to run your skis flat. We don't want you tipped inside where you can't get off your inside edge. We want you to be able to get to your outside edge. So we have you walk, we assess your foot movement, and then we decide whether you may need some mechanical advice or support that may give you a more stability positioning of the foot inside the boot. And from there, that's how we start with choosing your boots. I think everyone should have some idea of budget. You find your local store that'll you're comfortable with, and go in there investigating. It's not a matter that you have to come into the store and buy that first time. You're a beginner skier. You don't know what things cost. In Canada, we would use a price range of $199 to $299. We'd tell beginner skiers to be prepared for their boots. And then, if that's your comfort zone, we would start. If you're not quite ready to be there, then we may continue to suggest that you rent, because renting still has that purpose, and the local areas always have good rentals and a good program for that.
Looks like that.
Just push that down.
All right, I'll try getting the next one. Maybe it'll... Reminds me of my rollerblades.
Yeah.
There we go. And then this one is on a wire.
Yeah. Just
So
gotta
how
pull
do you...
this, put that end into one of these.
All right. Well, that's tricky. Just...
If you go on this side, you can pull this out and put it back to that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, make it a little looser.
There we go. And then...
Then just push it forward.
Oh, I might need two hands for this. Oh, wow. There we go.
Did it feel alright?
Tight.
Shouldn't be too tight that it hurts you though.
Might be a little tight, but I also wouldn't want to break an ankle. It's sort of like wearing a cast, actually. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, kinda.
So I might actually loosen that one more time here. I don't know if I can go any... No, I can't.
You can try a different style of boots. Sometimes that helps.
Well, I'll give this one more shot here. Alrighty, there's one.
One down.
There we go.
There you go.
Second one's always easier than the first one. I guess I'll just bring the... So obviously these are rock hard.
Yeah.
Why is that? Do you know?
Because of rentals, so people don't break them and they can last a long time.
All right.
Yeah.
We kind of made these up. It's from a company called Lange. This is a reference that we
Okay.
want people to see. If you wanted a race fit, we take the liner out of the shell. It's called shell fitting. We'd put your foot inside the shell.
Okay.
We'd ask you to move your foot to the front of the boot so it's just touching.
Okay.
And if you were a racer, we would put this stick between your heel and the shell. If you're a beginner skier, going to be comfortable on the hill, but has never bought their own pair of boots, I kind of use what I call the finger width.
So I'm here at Mission Ridge and I have not skied in 25 years. I imagine a lot has changed.
It has. A lot has changed. My name is Megan Garrett. I'm our snow school director for Mission Ridge. I'm also a ski instructor. So I'm going to take you out and we're going to start from the basics and kind of get a feel for it and then see how far we can get.
Awesome. I am back in beginner mode for sure.
So we're just going to start on this conveyor belt here to get going. It's kind of replaced the handle toe, if you remember that. That was definitely here 25 years ago. So this is much easier. So you just come up to it with your skis already on.
Okay.
Lean forward a little bit, and then the conveyor belt will grab your skis and it'll take you to the top.
Awesome.
So just to start out, just to gauge where we need to begin, I think we're going to leave the poles down here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just
can
work
do
with
that.
skis right now.
So I'll stick the poles over here
Yeah, that's fine.
and then,
So find some flat ground, somewhere that's not too gouged out. Yep.
alrighty.
Okay. So you take your skis apart, you're gonna put them down on the ground, and you're gonna put your toe in
Okay.
to the front toe binding. Yep. And then line your heel up, and then lean back a little bit, and it'll pop up.
Oh.
You might have to like use your hand to pull it up a little bit. It doesn't seem like it's.
There
you
we go.
Yep. Okay. So
Alrighty.
it's important to be on something flat so you're not going to slide backwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am not used to this.
Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing with our other ski.
Alrighty.
Okay. So toe in first, line the back up, and then push down.
The back hand up.
Yep. And you might have to do the same thing. Yep.
There we
you
go.
go.
Alrighty.
Okay. So the pylon here is to show how people need to space out.
Okay.
So as soon as that person gets to the pylon, then we can go.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. So would you like me to go first, or do you want me to go behind you?
Ha ha. Actually, you go first and then the Skycrown logo will be behind us.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna walk up here,
Okay.
leave my skis a little bit over the edge, put my hands on my knees and just wiggle on. Okay, just like that.
All right. Alrighty. Oh my God.
You got it.
Woo!
And then you
Oh,
can
okay.
stand up. Yep, perfect. And the same thing when we get to the top. You're just gonna lean forward a little bit and let
Okay.
the conveyor slide you off.
Sounds good.
This is much easier than the handle toe, hey?
Oh yeah. I don't miss that or the J bar for that matter.
Oh yeah, we had two T-bars here. We had one here, like where that run is right now, and then we had one over there as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh
No, you're just gonna lean forward a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just like that. Just like that.
Wow.
Look, she's already mastered the snowplow.
Holy.
Okay,
It feels so alien to me.
So if you're going up a little bit of a hill,
Yeah.
you're gonna point your toes out
Okay.
and walk kind of like a duck. You're gonna dig into the snow like this. And that'll help you go up the hill. Yeah. Because if you look
Awesome.
back, you were just a little bit lower.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So, I don't know what you remember from
Oh,
from
I
25 years
feel
ago.
like I remember nothing.
Nothing? Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. We'll start from the basics. So we're gonna look at what we want to go toward,
Okay.
okay? And we're gonna focus on making a snowplow with our skis.
Okay.
So that's just making a big triangle. We're gonna put the toes of our skis, tips of our skis close but not touching. You don't
Okay.
want them overlapping because that's
Yeah.
just gonna end badly. So you want a little bit of space and you're gonna push your heels out. Okay? And that creates a V in the snow and that's what slows you down. So you need to push the same on both legs to keep going in one direction. Okay? And then we'll
Okay.
get into turning after that. So this
Okay.
first run. So we're gonna look where we're going. We're gonna have our hands up in front of us. We're gonna just go nice and slow in this snowplow shape.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna go down nice and slow
Okay.
with a big snowplow. The bigger it is, the slower you'll go.
Oh, I gotta get going here.
Yeah, so try not to look at your skis, try and look where you're going. Yeah.
Okay.
Push out a little bit bigger to slow down, and even more to stop. So if you want to stop, you're gonna push out even bigger. Yeah, just like that. Look at that, she's got it. 25 years coming back all at once. Okay. So look where you're going. Try not to look down. Try to look where you're going and push the same with both skis. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so try and make a solid stop by pushing out bigger. Good. So do you feel like you're moving either direction or you're staying pretty focused forward?
I feel like I'm staying focused.
That means you're putting weight evenly on both legs.
Okay.
So we could throw a couple turns in right now.
Sounds
So
good.
what we're gonna do, if you look at your skis, one ski is kind of going that way and one ski is going that way. So that's the leg you're gonna push on more to go that direction. So if you push on your right leg,
Yeah.
it's pointed to the left, so it's gonna take you to the left.
Okay.
If you push on your left leg, it's already pointed to the right, so that's the direction it's gonna take you. So that's how we do turns. So we're gonna keep that snow plow, and we're gonna try pushing on our right leg a little bit, and it'll take us this way. There you go.
All right.
Nice. Okay, make that snow plow a bit bigger, and then push on the left leg now. Ooh, you got it. Remember to look up. Try not to look at the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go all the way over here, and then we're gonna push on that right leg again. Woo, looking good. How did that feel?
Awesome.
Is it all coming back?
Oh, it's starting to.
Yeah?
Just with a little bit more pain that comes with 25 years.
That'll happen.
All
Do you want to
right.
try the other side? It's a little bit steeper.
Sure.
Just to get some speed again. And then we'll start doing those S's again.
All right.
Good. Nice. Looks good. So you can probably keep straight skis parallel to get to the bottom because it's flattening out a little bit here.
All right.
Much like archery, skiing is one of those few sports that you can find reference to in cave paintings. Used by prehistoric man during the Ice Age, anthropologists have found that skis appear to correlate with hunting and were possibly a means of getting around more efficiently. By the early modern period, skis were commonly used in many Scandinavian countries. They were part of everyday life in Norway for warriors and farmers alike. And some of the first competitions began in Sweden after the military began training with skis in the 18th century. By the 1800s, skiing had become popular around the world. So it's no surprise that in 1924, the sport took a prominent role in the success of the first ever Winter Olympic Games.
Only on Go Nitro. The show doesn't end here. Visit us online for your fix at gonitro.tv. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can tweet us on Twitter.
Go Nitro Access is brought to you by Melville, Saskatchewan. It's bigger on the inside. Aviva Canada.
Salon services for Go Nitro provided by ID Hair Studio. Hair for who you really are.
Don't fit in. Stand out with black chrome.